So in this video, we are going to talk about associative containers. So far, we spoke about sequential containers and saw how different kind of sequential container like vector, string, list, and dequeue can be implemented. Associative container, as we spoke earlier, are key value pairs only, wherein the values which are present inside the container will be in the form of key value, right? The first thing which we plan to discuss, first container here is set. So what is a set? Set is let's look at some of the functionality of set. First of all, then we'll see like what does set do. So set is a kind of container which allow no duplicate. Okay, before this, like set itself is a container wherein key is the value itself. So as we said, in associative container, we have a key value pair, something like this, which is mapped to some other value, let's say character. So in this case, set, the key is the value itself, right? And set offers a functionality wherein no duplicate value will be present inside the container. We'll get the size of the vector, like size of the set here in O of 1 complexity. The other functionality is if present, if element is present or not. This also can be done in O of log n. Then we have other functionality wherein all the elements are sorted in nature. Okay, so set basically offers these all functionality for us, and set is an internal implementation of red black trees only. So red black tree, if you guys get chance, just read through it. It's one of the balanced trees which you have apart from evil trees. And red black implementation makes all the elements which are present inside set unique in nature, as well as they are sorted in nature. So let's suppose if I do a set here, set of integer set, and I insert few elements here. Okay, after which if I call s dot insert 4 again, this 4 will not be accepted inside the container because the value 4 is already present. And how it is mapping the value? The value, it's a key itself, right? So 4 is the key, 4 is the value. So we map it through key. We check if 4 as a key is present inside set or not, and it is not present. So that's why set will only take up unique values, right? Set will not have pushback kind of thing because we have to insert the element here. It's not like, so one of the key properties of associative containers is there is no fixed ordering of elements, right? The elements could be sparse throughout the container. Okay, it's not like they're contiguous in nature, something like this. No. So all the elements which are present inside associative are not contiguous in nature, right? And that's why if present, if you see, if I want to find out an element within red black tree, the time would be O of log n, where if you guys remember, log n would be the height of the tree. So we need to go through the entire tree one by one, and then it will give me whether the element is present or not, right? So that's the first associative container. The other one which we plan to discuss is map. Okay, so the map is very simple. Like suppose if I define a map something like this, it's more like a dictionary only, right? Wherein I can define a map like this, and then I will do map of 2 is equal to some hello, map of 3 is equal to some word. So a map, it's just like a normal map only properties is it inherits all the properties of set. So map is just a set only, wherein the only differentiation in set we have only one single value. In map we will have a combination of value, wherein one of them will act as a key and one of them will act as a value. If you remember, in set, the value itself here was acting as a key as well as the value. So this is actually key plus value both, wherein in map we will have a different key and a different value. This will be my key and this will be my value, right? So yeah, that's about map. The internal implementation of map also follow red black trees only. Okay, since we're talking about map here, let us talk about one more container here, which is unordered map. Right. So unordered map is also one of the like it's one of the unordered container part. So unordered map is basically based upon the hash map implementation. What this thing help us is we can actually do a lookup or basically find an element in O of one time. Remember in map it was taking O of log n time. Like basically if I want to do a lookup here, it will be done in O of log n time, which is the height of the tree. Wherein in an ordered map we use hash map implementation, so lookup can be done in O of one time. Okay, and we can also like access and insert an element in O of one time. So that's the beauty of unordered map. It uses the hash map implementation, so all the properties, all the key properties are getting done in O of one. Right? We can again define it just like this, unordered map, and give it a key and value. So that's basically unordered map for us. Now let us look at the code implementation of all three of them. Type of associative containers as well as unordered container, which is unordered map. Right, so we will start our discussion with set. As you can see, I have already imported the library and I'm using std as a namespace. So set can be defined something like this. The properties of set, as we already saw, was that it will keep all the elements unique and it will keep them in sorted order, since set is internally using the red black tree implementation. So we can define set like this, and if I want to insert an element, I have to use the insert. So let's suppose if I insert 10, 20, 30, and then if I insert 10 again, right? So if you see, if I insert 10 again, it will not take it up. For printing the elements inside set, we again need to use iterator because it's an associative container. So I'll save time and run auto only instead of defining a custom iterator here. So s.begin, and while my iterator is not equal to s.end, and keep on incrementing the iterator. So if I just print this dereference iterator, this will give me the values. If you can see here, the values of the string will get printed. Right, we can also do erase. So s dot erase is like, let's try to erase 30 here. So this will also delete the elements. Okay, there is a typo here. Just try to right. So this will help me erase the element. So 30 has been deleted from here. Now let's try to, so if you can see, set is actually not allowing duplicate elements, and that's one of the primary USP of set. So duplicates are not allowed here. We will only be inserting the elements which are unique in nature. Now let us see the other thing which we plan to discuss, which is the map. This is the set. Let me just write on here. Okay, so let us discuss maps now. So map is, as we know, it's a key value pair. Set is also a key value pair, but this value itself is a key as well as a pair. It's a key as well as a value. So in map we have to define it like this. We need to give a key as well as the value. So define a map like this. And how we can actually insert elements inside map, there are two ways. First is to define it just like this. So I'll do hello, and the other way is to insert element. So what we can do, map dot insert, and we need to insert a pair. How we can insert a pair? We use this, right? So we'll just do 5 comma, let's not 5, 3 comma world, right? So printing the elements again would be through iterator only. So I'll use the auto iterator here, mp dot begin, run it until iterator is not equal to mp dot end, and increment the iterator, right? So this will actually help me increment the iterator. And what we can do here is basically, let's just try to print this out now. So star of iterator, this will help me print the elements. Let's try to run this quickly. Okay, there is a semicolon which is missing here. Okay, sorry. So this will not work basically because we have two different elements, right? So we need to print both the elements one by one. So what we can use this operator to print the first as well as the second element. Okay, now this will print the first element, which is 4, and this is the value, which is hello. So let's try to print this out. Right, so if you can see, the values here are already, let me just comment this portion out. So if you see, the values here are already in sorted order, right? Sorted with respect to first of all the key and then the value. Okay, so that's the beauty of map. One more thing is, if I just make this 4 again, let us see what will happen. So I'm inserting like two different values and both of them are same. So if you see, the first time it will insert with key value 4, but second time when I'm trying to insert with key value 4, it is not allowing, right? Not, it is overriding the value which is present here. So that's basically one important observation which you can see in case of maps. Now let us try to discuss. So one more thing here is, we can actually print the value just like this as well. Suppose if I want to print MP of 4, I can directly run this like. Okay, so it will also print the value corresponding to the key. So map is useful. It's more like a dictionary kind of data structure which we have. The other thing which we plan to discuss is unordered maps. This is very important because so map internally also follow the red black tree implementation. Okay, unordered map on the other side follow hash map implementation, right? So defining an unordered map would be something like this, wherein I'll define integer comma string again and umap, right? So let me just try to push elements here. Again, we can push it like in the same ways like we have done before. So umap of 6 is equal to, let's suppose, some string, and umap of 7 would be, let's suppose, some other string. Again, printing it would be through iterator only. So I'll just run an iterator umap dot begin, and iterator is not equal to umap dot end, and we'll increment the iterator just like this. See out the value of the iterator. So iterator would be first and second here as well. So this will also print the value. Let's just try to run this. Okay, so this will also print the value. If you can see, let us try to update the value now. Update and see what will happen. So update value of a key. So if I try to update value, let's suppose if I try to update 6 here and make it like this, umap of 6. Let's see what will happen. So if you see, corresponding value to 6 has been updated now. Okay, this is a significant difference. In map it was not updating, but in unordered map it will update the value since by is coming as right. So this is one important observation here. Unordered map is generally preferred whenever we want to use a map kind of data structure, because it will take up less memory and the operations are pretty like straightforward, and as well as it's very like it's not very complicated, right? So unordered map will give me the value, access of the value in O1 time. So the time complexity is also very less in this case, right? Sure. So that's about associative containers, set and map, as well as unordered container, unordered map. There are other unordered containers as well, unordered set and multi-set, which is a kind of associative container, but those are not very useful. That's why I have not covered them here.